Let me show you 5 push-to-open door opening accessories, push-up or tip-on depending on how you know them by name, so that at the end of this tutorial you'll be able to choose the most suitable product for your project. The first one here belongs to the manufacturer Titus. The second one is a no-name brand and the cheapest, priced at about €2. Next we have the famous manufacturer Hafele with a price of €3, and the last two are from Blum, the short tip-on and the long tip-on. This one comes with a casing and this one is the simple version. In front of us we have the accessories corresponding to each system, and we will now present how these systems are installed, how they work, and in the end you will be able to choose the appropriate option for your project. Before installing these systems, it would be ideal to know 3 pieces of information. The first one: when designing the project, we need to leave a 2 mm space between the door and the furniture body. This distance is absolutely necessary for activating the mechanism. The second piece of information worth noting before starting the installation of these systems is that any of the 5 models presented in this tutorial can be adjusted, which helps us a lot in the final alignment of the fronts. The third item on the list is something that very few people know, including professionals. Push opening systems are divided into 2 categories, some with a metal plate and others without a metal plate, for example Hafele and Titus. If you choose the version with a metal plate, it is good to know that in this case it is recommended to use hinges without a spring. On the left side we have the classic hinges with normal closing, and on the right side we have the hinges without a spring, meaning without a closing system, as clearly seen in the video clip. Now let's see the differences in operation between these 2 types. Here we have the no-name option together with the metal plate and hinges without a spring. Next we have the tip-on version from Blum with a casing, clip hinges without a spring, and a metal plate. On the other side we have the hinges with a spring, along with the systems or versions from Titus and Hafele. Finally, the time has come to move on to the assembly part. The first installed version is the one sold by Hafele, the one in the picture. This is a print screen from the installation and user manual. They are used only in combination with the spring hinges, so the opening is partial. The next accessory on the installation list is the no-name one that I use quite often. I am satisfied with how it works, which is why it is included in my list of presented systems. This area will be oriented towards the front of the furniture and will be fixed with 3.5 by 16 mm countersunk screws, flush with the edge of the cabinet. We have hinges without springs, so we also have a metal plate. This plate is fixed with a screw, and the easiest way to accurately identify the position of the countersunk screw is to color the magnetic tip of the accessory with a marker. This way I will obtain a mark where I will thread the provided countersunk screw, after which I will unscrew it because the plate has a protrusion that needs to be embedded in the material in the door or front. I use a countersink and the problem is solved by the presence of this metal plate. The door will stay closed since the closing system using spring hinges is missing. I believe the no-name system works very well. We continue the nice presentation with the product from Titus. As you can see, it is very easy to install with the help of two countersunk screws fixed at 37 mm from the edge of the cabinet. Due to its slim construction compared to other products in its range, the push to open from Titus is a good option for drawer opening as well. At number 4 on the list we have the Blum tip-on, the short version with a housing. Here we have the installation diagram provided by the manufacturer. We insert two screws, also 3.5 by 16. We insert the housing by snapping it in and the pushing system, the short version. This time the metal plate has a double-sided adhesive tape included on its back, which is used for sticking it to the front or door. We press firmly on the door to ensure the adhesive bonding. This is the opening angle if we use the short version from Blum. Fortunately, we also have the long tip-on version available to make a comparison. It is clearly visible that the door's opening angle is more generous. However, if you dislike this housing in which the system is installed, whether long or short, I have good news for you. There is also the possibility to incorporate the system into the panel of the furniture. I made the hole with the help of this template in the picture. On my channel I have a tutorial with instructions for building it. At first I drilled with a 8mm drill bit and then I widened the hole with a 10mm drill bit. As I promised at the beginning of the video, I provided a tutorial with as much information as possible on this topic so that you can choose the most suitable option for your project. Until next time, I invite you to leave a comment, give it a like, and I wish you good luck with your work. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out my other interesting tutorials.